Well, hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So here we are, the last week of June. I cannot believe it is almost July already. I feel like this year has just flown by. I feel like the past 10 years have flown by, but I'm sure that's most of us. So here's this week's garden tour. I think I mentioned in the last video that I don't know how it is for you guys, but I feel like things are like a couple weeks behind. Even the limelights that we got in the back, usually they have they're usually budding out by now. So things are just, in my garden this year, a little bit slow. Just this past week and a half or so, the daylilies started blooming. But anyway, I'm gonna try not to talk a lot in this video because I don't want to run out of time. But here are the French marigolds that I put out here every year. Really like that red-orange color with the blue Victoria Salvia. My Russian sage has really bloomed out now. Little drift of that there. Dahlias. I've had to put some repellent out here around my dahlias. You might remember I had 6 of these, and the voles got 3 of them. So now I'm left with 2 decent size ones there, and then this one is coming back. I had to put a cage around it because something was chewing it down. But anyway, I want to try to focus on what's blooming this week. White dwarf butterfly bush. I'm still waiting on the blue chip there, and another blue chip slowly but surely is starting to bloom out. This is the season for the butterfly bushes to bloom. Over here in this garden, you can see I've started some cardboard again. Not mulched this area yet. I will probably get that done this upcoming week or weekend. Butterfly bush. I love the sagey green with the purple. I like how the miscanthus grass there, the variegated, how it just moves in the wind. My purple phlox there, still blooming. I am searching for the old-fashioned tall phlox. I was just visiting my grandma this past Friday, and I was mentioning the tall purple phlox that she used to have all over her backyard, just big clumps here and there. And I thought it was beautiful, and but we were just talking about, like, where did it all go? So anyway, kind of random, but I really like that old tall purple phlox that she had when I was a kid. Here is Coneflower. I think this is part of the salsa line or variety. But again, I like using that orange with the purple, or the orange with the blue. I believe this is Fire and Ice Hydrangea. Blooming out, looking pretty good. This bed could really use some fresh mulch and a little TLC. Here's the Coleus that we grew from seed this year. in front of it is the lamb's ear, big ears. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I garden here in Zone 6B in Louisville, Kentucky. We have been at this house, this is the 4th season, and none of these gardens or landscape or anything was here when we got the house. So all the flower beds and everything that you see are what I have put in the past 4 years we've been here. And I know it sounds like a broken record to people that's been following me a while, but in between our properties here used to be a wall of vines and limbs and trees, privet hedge, you name it. It was just a solid wall through there. And last spring, that is what I tackled. Still got a little work to do. You can see some of the privet hedge is still coming up, but in time it'll get there. So back to the circle garden here. I've got Russian sage again, one of my favorite perennials. I think the bees really like it too. Actually, that is a blue Victoria salvia there. Not sure why this side is not as vigorous and in full bloom. Also in here are orange Peruvian Zinnias. So again, I'm repeating that orange and blue together up here. You might remember the red canna lilies I had. Well, those have been moved. If you haven't seen the last video, I put those in my whiskey barrels, but I replaced them with a mix of tall border sunflowers. So shades of yellow and a rusty, a rust color sunflower. So hopefully they will do good, and I think that'll look pretty good with the Russian sage there. I did have to break out the 7 dust this week. We've had Japanese beetles come. So that is the white powdery stuff you see on the roses here. This is a sunny knockout rose. One of my favorites. It's starting to put new buds out. Very fragrant. This is a red crepe myrtle. Won't be blooming yet, too soon. Probably end of this month. It'll be full of color. Actually, into August and September, this crepe myrtle is in full show. Bobo hydrangea looking pretty good. This is a Juga ground cover. Some Coleus, autumn joy sedum, and lamb's ear. I love lamb's ear, another one of my favorite perennials. Dahlias in here, budding up. Blooming this week is the gladius. Got a yellow one here. I think I said in the last video that the white ones are my favorite. There's just fuchsia colored dahlia, small dahlia. In the pot on the table is the hibiscus, yellow hibiscus. It's starting to rebloom. And there's the can of lilies there. Also blooming this week is the balsam. And this will come up here, there, and everywhere. Once you plant the first seed, you will have it forever. And in this metal wheelbarrow here, I've just put some lantana. It's probably my favorite lantana. It's got colors of coral, orange, and yellow. And this one's a red one. Oh, we are in desperate need of rain here in the Ville. Bathsheba rose on the fence. It is starting to rebloom as well. We got some rudbeckia down here. Purple salvia in here, as well as purple veronica. And white gladius. And I think I also planted, these are the white, double white hollyhocks in there. I seeded some sunflowers in here, that's what this bare spot is, but I don't know if they're going to come up or not. And this metal chair there is just to keep the dogs from running through there. Here are some sunflowers. And then the larkspur has started blooming. This might get rather lengthy, so I might have to break this up into 2 parts. So if the video cuts off, guys, I apologize ahead of time. So there might be a part 2 to this. Again, I like the purple and the silvery color here of the lamb's ear. These are the big yellow day lilies. Now some have ruffles on the edges and some don't, so I don't know what that's about. Really pretty bright yellow. Right, another new bloom this week is black and blue salvia. And this was, I thought was going to be an annual, but it come back for me. Love that blue color. And I like it with the red-orange daylily. So now is the time for this main garden bed to give me lots of color stake up these Dahlias. Beautiful pink color here. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to work on this garden. I want to keep cool and pastel colors in this garden. But this beautiful, gorgeous clump of pink phlox will probably stay. But I'm going to remove the red, orange, and red colors in here, as well as the Yellow Day Lilies, because I really want to put lots of whites and blues and purples and pinks in this garden. Strawberries and cream daylily. I don't know why this phone does not want to focus. Hopefully this is coming out okay. And behind it are the white coneflowers. Got cosmos planted back there. Another clump of Dahlias. Now, I bought these Dahlias bulbs from Myers. I believe it's where I got them. I know I got them from like a grocery store or something like that. But the picture, what they were supposed to be, they were all supposed to be purple and white. Well, that was a lie. They're a little bit of everything, mostly pink in this garden, I think. But like I said, I really wanted the purple and the white in this garden. That's alright. So sometimes when you get things at the grocery store, you just kind of have to deal with that sometimes. Purple smoke bush. And these are those big burgundy ones. Daylilies with the yellow center. Some more phlox in there. And red bee balm. Finally blooming for me this year. This is another one of my favorite roses here. Love that bright hot pink coral color. And these are very fragrant too. So this is about to rebloom. Got quite a few buds on it. Perilla. The burgundy plant there. And these are the cupcake zinnias. Stuck a little Coleus in there. This one is, I believe this one is Jitters Coleus. Still haven't got the mulch back here. Not much going on this side of the garden. Here is a pretty red daylily. hibiscus there will be probably the end of July. Mid to end July will be in bloom. Another daylily. One of these days I will learn all the varieties of these so I can tell you guys what they are. In here are three. It's either Bobo or another Fire and Ice, but I guess they planted all three of them together, and it was supposed to be one shrub, and I dug it up and ended up with three different pieces of it. So, three individual shrubs, and I could possibly make standard hydrangeas with these, because they're already kind of in a tree form. If I really wanted to. And this is what the yard back here looks like this time of year. Looks good in the spring, and then we just dry out super fast. Dry shade back here. Gomphrena. I was hoping this would fill out a little more and a little quicker than this, but I really like it with the blue spruce. I really like blue spruces. I think I told you guys that, and I'm thinking about adding more. These hydrangeas here didn't do as great this year, but I got a little bit of blooms anyway. Still haven't planted up my wheelbarrow. Some more zinnias here coming. And glads in here. We got a hibiscus in there. These variegated hostas were dug up from my mom's this spring, so that's why they're looking a little rough. I need to put some soil in here and mulch it, and they should do pretty good next year. Really loving the Coleus. This is just my second year growing this, and I don't know what took me so long to start growing Coleus, but I have really got to up my game next year. Because wouldn't this be nice, just a whole mass of this planted somewhere? And now we're back at the working progress area. I've told you guys about what I'm going to plan to do with this area. Still haven't got there yet. This garden here has kind of got neglected this year. Obedient plant. This is a new bloomer for you guys. And this might get moved as well, maybe this fall. Rose of Sharon here, starting to bloom. Got another one across the way there. This little area here is a work in progress too. Just a little patio kind of thrown together with what we had. I plan to redo this and do it right. And it would be nice to maybe have a fountain in the center. And one day, if we stay here, who knows, but it would be nice to have a boxwood hedge around it. Haven't got this poor fountain running this year. It needs a new motor, or a new fountain itself. Pink coneflower. A little bit different gladius here. Joe Pye weed. Later in the summer, this will have purple flowers on it. Another branch fell a couple days ago. So this is never ending for us. Constant big branches falling around here. This rose that I thought was going to die is actually blooming. It still has some leaves on it. Here in the shade, just about full shade. So eventually, I'll have landscape all around my fence. Slowly but surely, time and money. I'm sure most of us have that issue. More dahlias. I mean daylilies. I'm thinking I might dig or divide these in the other garden. And like I said before, I plan on putting the emerald green arborvitaes through here. And I'm also putting white roses, which 3 of them are already here. And then I'm going to add daylilies. So I might use what I already have. I think that pink corally color would look good with the dark green arborvitaes and all the white that I'm going to put in this garden. So yeah, that is the plan for down through here. So if you made it to the end of this video, I know it was a long one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all are having an awesome garden season. Hope you guys have a great week ahead. And let's all pray for some rain here. Alright guys, take care and I will see you in the next video. Bye friends.